Okay children, now we are entering into a new system, right? Till now we have done excretory system and today we will see about central nervous system. Central means the brain, right? It is present inside our head, enclosed in a bone called as skull. So, it is connected with many nerves, right, which pass throughout our body. So, central nervous system involves brain and nerve endings, right, nerves and nerve endings, spinal cord, ganglia, many such things. We will see one by one. Now, what does this do? Is it not helping us in movement, balance and coordination? So, if I want to get up and have some water from the fridge, so now what are the different parts of my body helping me to do that activity? My legs, hands, right? I should open the door, I should see where the bottle is, so my eyes, everything. So, and even I should balance myself, my two legs should balance myself, my hands should hold the bottle so that it does not fall. So, balance, movement, balance. So, movement, balance and coordination. So, who is coordinating all my different organs, my hands, legs, eyes, everything. So, the brain and the nervous system does that function, right. So, it is very important and very essential. Okay. So, we will know about a word called as stimuli. What is a stimuli or a stimulus? Okay. It is nothing but an external stimuli, it is an external or internal thing that triggers any action, right. Stimuli can be of different types. Hearing, if we hear some sound, that is a stimuli, sound stimuli. If we see something, that is stimulating our eyes. If we see a rat, we feel like avoiding it. We'll try to beat it up and send it away from our house, right. If we see a lion or something else, we'll try to run away from it. So, stimuli, based on the stimuli depends our activity, right. So, hearing, even touch is a stimulus, pressure is a stimulus, temperature is a stimulus. Now, the climate is cold outside, right. You are covering your head, you are wearing sweat jackets, right. If it is too hot, what will you wear? You will wear cotton clothes, you won't cover your head or ears. So, depending on the stimuli, we act and we behave, right. So, stimulus is very important, it triggers the action. So, stimulus is taken up by nerves which convey the information to our brain, and brain again dictates or tells us how to act. Okay. Now, stimulus is of different types and I will tell you about that later. But as of now, in today's class, we will see what is a nerve cell, right. See, nerve cell is the cell related to nervous system. Okay. What is the functional unit in kidney? I mean, in excretory system, what is the basic functional unit? I have told you nephron. In the same way, here in the central nervous system, in the nervous system or the coordinating system or the linking system, anything we can call, right. Here nerve cell is the basic functional unit. See the picture I have drawn on the board. So, what is it? So, first we will know how many nerve cells are present in our body. 10 billion, they are more than that. So many, they extend all over our body and help us in various activities throughout our life, right. Okay. Now, so let us see the different parts of a nerve cell. So, let us start with cell body. Where is the cell body in the diagram? Here. So, the central part, it is the cell body, and inside it there is a nucleus, and around the nucleus, and I mean the cell body, it is filled with Nissls granules. Okay. NISSLS, Nissls granules. Now, see, there are many projections from the cell body, right, called as dendrites, but one projection is longer than the others. So, what is it? What is this one? This one is axon, right? Now, see, this axon is again covered by certain things called as myelin sheath. What is that? Myelin sheath. See here, this structure which is interrupted in between. See, this structure is not continuous, right? There are some interruptions in between. I'll tell you what are they called, but this sheath like structure which is covering the axon is called myelin sheath. Some axons do not have myelin sheath. They are called as non-myelinated axons. That's a different story. We'll talk about it later. But this is a myelinated axon as it is having myelin sheath, right? So, what is this myelin sheath made up of? It is made up of a special cell called as Schwann cell. See the spelling, C-S-C-H-W-A-N-N, Schwann cell, right? And now, I have told you this myelin sheath is not continuous, but it is interrupted in between. There are node like structures you can observe. See here there is a node, and here and here. So, what are those nodes called as? Node of Ranvier, okay. So, that is the name of the node. It came after the person who discovered it, right, okay. Now, there is an axon terminal. Terminal means ending point, right? Yeah, this axon is ending like this. And these knobs, these round swollen things are called as knobs, synaptic knobs. We will see about synapse in the next class, but as of now I will tell you in brief about nerve cell. So, the cell bodies of nerves, they are in which direction? They are always present close to brain or spinal cord, or even close to spinal cord, okay. These terminals they are present close to the skin or other parts, but the cell body, this part is always present close to brain or spinal cord or any other ganglia that are present near spinal cord, like dorsal root ganglia or ventral root ganglia, right. Now, this axon, it extends to different parts of the body to carry the stimuli. The stimuli, for suppose if your friend holds your hand, okay, if your friend gently touches you, I mean she wants to call you, so she touched you so that you will turn to her. Now, how will that stimuli be conveyed in your body? The touch stimuli is received by the skin, which is supplied by many nerves. Now, here this touch stimuli comes here from the axon terminal, it is carried and it reaches the dendrites, and again as I have told you, I will tell about synapse in the next class. What is a synapse? I mean briefly I will tell you. And here after the dendrites again starts another nerve cell, another neuron. Nerve cell is also called as neuron, N-E-U-R-O-N, N-E-U-R-O-N, neuron or nerve cell, both are one and the same. Now, after the dendrites again starts another axon. It has its axon terminal and again axon, like that. It is a continuous structure, right. So, that in between the dendrites of one axon and the axon terminal of another axon, there is a place called as synapse, right. Okay, we will see about it tomorrow. Now, your friend had touched you, that touch stimuli received by the nerves in the skin, and that is transported from these continuous pathway, nerve pathway, to the brain, and your brain will receive it as, okay, the person next to me had touched my hand, and this brain tells your eyes and your head and neck to move in the direction of the touch. So, then you will turn your head towards your friend. So, like that. But if your friend pinches you, okay, or pokes you with some sharp pen or pencil, even that is conveyed to the brain, and now what will the brain tell you? It will immediately, this happens in less than seconds, okay, immediately you will pull off your hand away from that kind of painful stimulus. So, this is what happens, okay. So this is about today's class. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing. There's a scientist, there's a physiologist called as Galen. He's a Greek physiologist. Okay, now, so what happened? One of his patients, while riding in his chariot, he fell down and he hurt his neck. So then what happened? From then on, he lost his sensation in one of his arms. In arms means hands, right? From the shoulder to your fingers, we call it as arm. So there is no sensation. He cannot feel any touch, pressure, temperature. He cannot feel anything, but his muscles are working fine. Okay, he can hold something. He can do all the things. It means the nerves which are supplying the muscles are fine, but the nerves which are supplying the skin, okay, to know the sensations, they got affected. So this incident made this Galen, not just the physiologist, but also we came to know that through this incident we came to know that there are different kinds of nerves which take care of muscles, nerves which are sensory, which are motor. Okay, sensory nerves, they carry the sensations, any sensation, pleasant sensations or painful sensations, anything, they take care of such sensations. Whereas motor neurons, they are different, they tell the muscle to act. Okay, if somebody is beating you, the brain tells the your muscles of legs to run away. Okay, those neurons are different. So from which incident this physiologist came to know? Through one of his patients when he fell from his chariot. Okay, now, yeah, so in tomorrow's class we'll see about synapse. Thank you.